Hey guys, how's it going? It is Carter here, and today we're reviewing a little BeamNG track that I've been playing quite a bit lately. It is Heartland Havoc by That White Guy. For those of you who don't know, That White Guy used to be a pretty big MX vs ATV reflex player. That's how I know of him. Turns out he's getting pretty deep into the weeds of making his BeamNG tracks. So, like I said, this one's Heartland Havoc. He primarily focuses on kind of like off-road racing. This is like a Ultra 4 type of track. As you can see, I don't have that. I'm not a big Ultra guy, but you can race this with, stadium trucks, trophy trucks, stuff like that. So I'll give you a quick little overview, and then we'll just do a lap. So like I said, it is an Ultra track. Like it's kind of primary purpose, but you'll see how it's broken up and see how it works perfectly with any other kind of off-road vehicle. So you come down here. I mean, it's pretty gnarly, pretty fast. You gotta be really careful. So here is where you'll see lap 1, you're safe on any vehicle. Lap 2 and 3, that's where it turns into Ultra. So as long as you follow the red flags, you're okay. You come into the toilet bowl here and jump out of that. Like I said, he was big into like motocross games, so he knows how like good tracks work. So I personally love this track. I think it's fantastic. Here's my first example of the split lanes. So lap 1, you'll see pretty standard, pretty easy. Just go through the kind of culverts. Lap 2 and 3, a little different. You go up. It's kind of like barely even a trail there. And you're going over the culverts on these rocks. Obviously not really trophy truck usable. You come back down and then split lane again. There's actually 3 split lanes. Like I said, we're focusing on lap 1 today because that's just what I do. But I figured I'd show you like at least a little bit of like what else is on the track. I'm just not super into crawling and stuff like that. So, and that's kind of what a lot of the Ultra is. Here's just another example of how nuts this track is. I mean, I have done laps on like all the laps, basically. Like I have Ultra vehicles, but pretty big drop off the rocks here. You gotta be very careful. Coming down here, very fast. Gotta keep your speed to get up the hill. Coming back down the hill, you gotta be very careful to not keep your speed because you will just send it like all the way out to these rocks here, and it is a real problem for your vehicle. Yeah, come up the hill through the culvert. As you can see, it's lots of elevation, lots of speed and momentum, just kind of building and saving. You gotta really use your energy well. Lap 2 and 3 go up here. Here's a cave. Not gonna go too far into that. That cave is huge, by the way. It is absolutely huge. And here's where it comes out. So lots of elevation on the rocks in the cave. And I guess we'll go down it. So as you can see, it's just gnarly. This whole track is just insane. So lap 1 just goes around the lake. Lap 2 and 3 go through the lake, the pond, I guess you could call it. All laps come down here. 2 and 3 go up, which is just, I mean, pretty standard. And then lap 3, more crawling. Under the bridge, up, back down, under the bridge. Huge hole here. And then you come through the crowd here, which is pretty cool. And like I said, this is all lap 3, so yeah, pretty crazy stuff. Let's follow this path, and we'll see where it meets up. So right here, you'll see coming around this little camp area. I'm not sure what that is. I haven't seen that before, so I'm not sure what's going on there. But yeah, you can see the lap 3 is by far the craziest of all of them. Another huge hill. And depending on what off-road vehicle you're driving, some of these actually give you some trouble as far as keeping your speed. I mean, here you can just launch it in a lot of vehicles. And then you come up, little hairpin, and we're back at the start. So let's do a little lap of lap 1, like I said. This is all going to be linked down below. So if you want to drive it, you can do that. Here we are in the old AMC truck. So here's the start. I've been kind of playing it more as, since I'm only doing the 1 lap. Well, I'm doing multiple laps, but of lap 1. And I've been I like timing myself on tracks. So I'm making this basically a split lane start. You can choose inside or outside. That's how I'm playing it. You can do, like I said, however you want it. It's the beauty of BeamNG. Come down here, very, very tricky corner here. If you overshoot like that, your tires can easily catch. Another thing is if you take it outside, the way the berm is set up, if you take outside and you're a little bit too confident with it, it especially happens in off-road buggies. Your tires will catch really bad out here and roll you, so. And you can take left or right. I take left every single time. Right's just a little slower for me, so. And then you just pretty much come bombing up the hill here. You got plenty of time to see the corner coming up. And right there you can see tires started digging in. Started bicycling. And then here you get a little confident. Whoop, I spun out. But you start getting a little confident, but you can't get too confident because, like right here, he just makes you think, oh, I can just bomb this. No, you cannot. You get right here, that little kicker will make you usually catch air if you're going too fast. And by the time you don't have enough time to brake down this, obviously I'm going way slower, but because yeah, you will run head first into this hill. Through the water, kills your speed, makes you really work up this hill. Shift down into first. That little hump there will easily tear a tire off if you're not careful on your landing. Over the culvert. Don't gotta be going too fast, but don't want to be going too slow. If you are going the right speed of slow, you can just tire tap over the culvert, which is pretty nice. I was going way too slow for that. Out of the toilet bowl. And you can see this, these like kind of more Baja gearboxes really struggle with this track. So it's actually a really fun challenge for me, just trying to figure out. And this is untuned, and that's how I play most of my. I usually just jump in and play, but kind of a nice little supercross area there. Oh, and a hard landing on the front left. But yeah, this track is definitely a challenge on trucks that are more designed for like Baja, not really short course trucks work fairly well, but these kind of lower torque Baja trucks can struggle in some areas. Like right here, we definitely don't have enough speed to be going through these whoops. This corner, you gotta be very careful. It's one of those kind of deceptive hills where you think, oh, I can just bomb it up the hill. You absolutely cannot. Up and around again through the culverts. Whoop. I'm just gonna reset so I'm not pulling this entire drive here. That's annoying. Kind of a weird little off-kilter hump right there. You gotta be careful on some vehicles. The suspension will kind of rebound off of it, and it'll just launch you sideways. Lap 1 over the tabletop. I have another tabletop here. If you have the speed, you could probably land it, but I'd rather not launch it all the way and risk it. I'd rather just play safe. Going back down the hill. Medium caution here. Gotta be somewhat careful. Don't want to carry too much speed. This whole area is kind of pretty medium caution, honestly. And here you want to get back on the gas and not spin out like that. Just because in the right vehicle, if you don't play it right, you can start spinning out there. And then here, hard on the brakes. Even that was a bit fast. Hard landing on the front. Yeah, broke the tires. So as you can see how dangerous that hill is. It's probably been the #1 run ending area for me. It was right there. Some water through there to kill some speed. Gotta be careful not carry too much speed through here and smoke the top of that culvert. Like I said, this is stock setup on this truck. So tires could definitely deflate and have a little bit more traction, stuff like that. I don't usually bother with it. I like the challenge of just running a stock truck, but that would definitely help you out a lot. Suspension settings. White guy himself has said I could have held it up the hill. He said himself this track is designed to reward people who actually take time to set up a vehicle. So if you're into that, this track is definitely good for you. Over around the lake, another area where you don't want to get too confident because your tires can dig in here and you can bicycle or roll. And I did not heed the warning to the signs. And this is just me just kind of showing you the track. This is I usually don't wreck this much, so like I said, it just goes to show, like, if you aren't careful on this track, it will bite you. It'll bite you bad. It's a very fun track. Carry a little bit more speed up there, you can actually land that like just perfectly in most trucks. Ultras don't really have an issue with it. Nice little whoop section. I go hard on the brakes down that because I don't trust the truck suspension. It's definitely not as beefy as some of the Ultras. That little hump right there will get you if you are not careful and aren't cognizant of where you place your tires. That little hump will also get you pretty bad, which I like. I am not complaining about. I think those little features like that are very fun in a track. And you can just, like I said, you can just launch it up that thing. This is really the only kind of weird section on the track where I took that line. I took an awful line, but we'll make it up. That's the only kind of like somewhat rocky, kind of crawly section that you'll have on lap 1. And we're back at the start. So that is a lap around Heartland Havoc. If you guys want to check it out, I will link the BeamNG. This is actually in BeamNG, so it's just in the repository. I'll link that. And then I will also link White Guy's channel if you want to check it out. He does some kind of dev videos and stuff. And yeah, that's gonna be it. I hope you guys enjoyed. I am very much enjoying this track. It's very challenging. Like I said, it's very fun to kind of speed run, time yourself, do some time trials on. If you guys enjoyed, hit the like button down below. Subscribe if you haven't. If you want more BeamNG content, let me know in the comments. That's it for you guys. Peace out.